bars for the T-Birds. He'll start off with Shylin Murakami, then Carly McLean, Autumn Jorgensen, Stephanie Trevor, Hannah Knipp, and then they will anchor with Karen Gonzalez. Warm-ups for the first rotation are underway and will end shortly, and I will tune back in just a few minutes to get going on our first event. It looks like we are just about ready to get going here in Heck Edmondson Pavilion. Now, the gym dogs are only competing 5 gymnasts on vault today because they are short Ebony Roberson. She just went down this week with a potentially season-ending injury, so the gym dogs are having to rally and put up 5-4-5 on vault, which means every single score counts. Now, Amara Cunningham is getting ready to go here. You can't see it yet on your screen, but she is doing Yurchenko layout full. Oh, and it was a stuck landing. It was beautiful. Let's see if we can get a replay for you guys, because that was an amazing vault. Here we go. Beautiful layout full. She piked down just a little bit because she didn't get quite as much amplitude off the table that she could have, so she had to pike that down to finish the rotation. But overall, a beautiful vault, a great way to start for the Huskies. Now here we have Shylin Murakami on bars. She is a freshman for the T-Birds. Now this is actually Southern Utah's strongest event. They are ranked 27th in the nation, and on Friday, they scored a 49.05, so they are hoping to improve that this week. Line change to a straddle Jaeger connected directly into a shoot over. She actually gets connection bonus for that, which is awesome. Handstand right on top of the bar. Very nice tuck dismount. Another great routine to start off the rotation for Southern Utah. Nice, feet come apart just a little bit as she releases, but beautiful job. She knew right where she was in that and was able to pull off a stick. All right, now jumping back over to vault, here we have senior Monica Riley in her first event on senior day. Now, most gymnasts in the NCAA you'll see doing a Yurchenko layout full. She actually does a half, so it's a more difficult vault in that it is a blind landing and she can't actually see the ground. Oh, very nice, a small hop. It's an improvement from Friday. She took a sizable step on Friday, so hopefully that'll be a better score for her today. Like I said, this is a blind landing, so it's even harder to stick. Very nice job by the senior. Jumping back over to bars with Southern Utah, we have Carly McLean. Now, she is only a freshman out of Spanish Fork, Utah. She is a freshman phenom for the SUU T-Birds. She actually won the all-around on Friday against Utah State, scoring a career-high 39.45. It'll be exciting to see how she develops the next 3 years. Nice high Ginger connected into a shoot over. She catches that Ginger with her arms all the way extended, which is something that judges look for on release moves. And double layout dismount, small hop. Let go of the bar just a little bit early, which caused her momentum to keep driving her forward on the landing. But that was overall a very nice bar routine. Let's see that dismount one more time. Very nice. And here we have Kristen Hoffa. She scored a 9.8 on her Yurchenko full on Friday. Oh, okay. Just a small step, but I would say that's actually an improvement from what she has been doing in her other vaults this season. It wasn't quite as pikey as it usually is. She wasn't trying to stick. She was just letting it happen. So I would take that little small hop over an extremely piked down layout full. Here we have another look at it. Very nice. She could get a little bit more amplitude off the table, but nice vault for the senior. Now we have Autumn Jorgensen. She is a junior for the T-Birds. Oh, excuse me. Looks like they maybe changed their lineup. This is Caitlin Koh. She's a freshman out of Rosemead, California. SUU's lineup on bars, and actually almost all of their events are jammed-packed with underclassmen. So you're going to see a lot of freshmen and sophomores today. You know, it's definitely a challenge when you have a young team out there. You don't have quite as much experience on the floor and the pressure that you get as an NCAA gymnast. So it's really impressive that they're able to fill a lineup and do so well with so many underclassmen. Flash connected straight into a pack salto. She could squeeze her legs together a little bit more on that, but overall, really nice connection. Little short of handstand there. A nice full in dismount to another stuck landing. Looks like the T-Birds are happy with that performance. And jumping right back over the vault, here we have Madison Kopiak. Oh, very nice Yurchenko layout full. She scored a 9.875 on Friday. So hopefully we can get a slightly higher score today. Now let's see a replay on that, maybe. Here we go. She pikes down just a little bit. So that's going to be maybe half a tenth up to a tenth in deduction, but that was a great vault for Kopiak. All right, jumping back over to bars. It looks like the judges had to have a little bit of discussion about the last score. And this is not Carly McLean. That graphic is actually wrong, but yeah, it's really important when you're standing here waiting for the judges to just stay cool, calm, and collected, not overthink the routine you're about to do, and just breathe and remind yourself that this is just like practice. Nice blind change into a straddle Jaeger. Again, nice extended arms on that. Clear hip handstand connected into a bail to handstand. Very nice. And double layup dismount to yet another stuck landing. And now back over to vault, Geneva Thompson for the Huskies. She is another great vaulter for the Dogs. She scored a 9.825 on Friday, and she's hoping to improve on that today. Geneva is a sophomore, but technically a freshman. She missed her entire freshman season. Oh, very nice duck vault. Another stick for the Huskies. Now, if I am being picky, I would say she should get about a 10th deduction because, again, she piked down her full. Now, that made it easy for her to stick, but it is a deduction. So you want to see the chest a little bit higher on that landing if we're talking a perfect score. But still, really impressive vault. And like I said, she's coming back from injury this year. So this is her first season competing in the NCAA and for the Gym Dogs. And she's really, really doing a fantastic job. All right, and back over to bars. Now, I will apologize if I have gotten some names wrong. The lineup did change on bars since I got the lineup, but I believe this is, let's see. Okay, this is Autumn Jorgensen. Nice handstand right on top of the bar. Blind tree. Very nice. Ginger, good. Connected into a shoot over. Now we're looking for these handstands to be within 10 degrees. And a nice double back to a stuck landing. That was a good, clean routine for the T-Birds. Now, as the T-Birds get ready for their final bar routine, the Gym Dogs did finish up on vault. Like I said, they only put up 5 vaults, which means all 5 of the vaults that we saw counted. But I don't think the Gym Dogs are too worried because they put up 5 solid vaults. And it looks like they scored a 49.025. So that's actually a slight improvement from Friday. And on Friday, I'd say they were trying a little too hard to stick. Now today, it looked like they were letting it just happen a little bit easier. There's definitely still room for improvement there, but I think they were just having fun and doing what they know how to do. All right, next up on the bars is Karen Gonzalez for Southern Utah. She is a redshirt senior. This will be, she is in the anchor spot as a senior, and a lot of times you do see upperclassmen in that anchor spot. They do have a lot of freshmen in their lineup, but they have their senior person with the most experience. And she is a redshirt senior, so she's got an extra year of experience. Even though she was down with injury, she still has a lot more reps under her belt. Oh. So that, she really muscled her way through that connection, and it's actually quite impressive that she pulled that off without falling. But, oh, unfortunately her knees did hit the ground on that dismount, so it will count as a fall. But luckily, the T-Birds did have 5 strong routines before her, so they will be able to drop that score. And it looks like SUU is getting ready to put one more person up on bars. So this is going to be an exhibition. This is a great way for, young or inexperienced athletes on a team to get some experience on the competition floor. This is the closest that you can get to actually competing, more pressure than you'll ever get in practice. So coaches like to use this to give their athletes a chance to prove that they deserve a spot in the lineup. Flying full, connected into a straddle to Tkachev. Very nice. Oh no, and just as a reminder, it is an exhibition, so this does not count towards their team score. And it's better to get those nerves out in a practice routine like this than to do it and actually when it counts for a team score. And a very nice double layout. And here we have another look at it. Very nice. All right, that concludes our first rotation. And Southern Utah is leading with a 49.125, and Washington is in second place currently going into the second rotation with a 49.025. Both teams are improving on their score from Friday, just by slightly a little bit, but it's a step in the right direction. All right, I am going to sign off for a few minutes. Stay tuned when we come back for the second rotation. Ready to start the second rotation with Washington on bars and Southern Utah on vault. Now to recap the last rotation, Washington scored a 49.025 on vault, led by Geneva Thompson and Madison Kopiak, both with a 9.85. Now Southern Utah scored a 49.125 on bars, led by Shylin Murakami with a 9.875. All right, now going into the second rotation, Washington will lead off with Michaela Nelson on bars, followed by Maya Washington, Monica Riley, Madison Kopiak, Geneva Thompson, and then Brenna Brooks will anchor the event. And for Southern Utah on vault, they will start with Carly McLean, then Morgan Alfaro, Rachel Smith, Caitlin Coe, Stephanie Trevor, and then they will anchor with Molly Jazwiakowski. Now, bars is the strongest event for UW. They are ranked 16th in the nation and scored a 49.225 on Friday. Now, that was not their season high. The week before, they actually scored a 49.425, which was their season high, and quite an impressive score. And Elise Ray said they came ready to compete. So let's see if they came ready to compete today on bars and match that season high. Now, Southern Utah is ranked 28th in the nation on vault. It is not their strongest event, but it's also not their weakest. All right. We are going to... Actually, I think we're starting on vault. And that is going to be Carly McLean for the T-Birds. There we go. Like I said, she is a standout freshman. And Yurchenko full to a very, very slight hop. I think she's so excited she forgot to salute the judges, but I'm sure that's okay. We have another look at it. Very nice. She was looking for that landing. And popped up really quick that caused her to hop out of it, but good start for the T-Birds. And here we have Michaela Nelson. She's a junior for the Huskies. Very nice handstand right on top of the bar. Blind change. into a straddle Jaeger, a little close on that. Another beautiful handstand into a pack salto. Now Michaela is fighting back from an injury that she had in the preseason and is slowly making her way onto more and more events every week. Blindfold into a double back, very, very nice. It's a great way to start the rotation for the Gym Dogs. Now let's get another look at her dismount here. Got chest is a little low, but still a stuck landing. And we just had Morgan Alfaro on bars. You guys missed that vault just now, but it was a strong vault. Hopefully we can get a replay here. Morgan is a sophomore on the event. Oh. Here we go. A little high onto the table, but good vault. She looked relieved to just get that done. All right, here we have Maya Washington. She's a junior for the Gym Dogs from San Jose, California. Now, she is a rock on this event. Someone that you actually want early up in your lineup to set the tone for the rest of the lineup. And she matched her season high on Friday with a 9.825. So hopefully she can either match that again or score even higher. Like I said before, this time when you're waiting for the judges, you just gotta stay cool, calm, and collected, dance around to the music, do whatever you need to do to not overthink the routine you're about to do. Maya is a powerful gymnast on bars. She has one of the best gingers, I think, in the NCAA. So, clear hip handstand, and she's going to connect this right into her ginger. She catches the bar with her arms stretched and then connects it into the shoot over to the low bar. So she gets that connection bonus there. Nice handstand right on top of the bar. And a full in dismount. Now, that was a great landing for Maya. I think maybe she slid her foot a little bit and she lands with her feet staggered, which should be a slight deduction, nothing major, but the judges should take at least half a tenth on that. Maybe we can get another look at that. And Rachel Smith just went on vault. Oh, there we go. See, she lands with her feet staggered. So the goal is to land with your feet together, no more than shoulder width apart. But overall, a great routine for Washington. Now, Rachel Smith just went on vault. Hopefully we can get a replay of that so you guys can see it. But here we go. Another Yurchenko full. Strong vault, sizable step, and she's got a little bit of a form break in the air, but overall, strong vault for the T-Birds. Up next on bars for the Gym Dogs is senior Monica Riley. She scored a 9.875, which was the third consecutive meet in a row that she has hit that mark. Last season, she had all Pac-12 honors on the event. I think she's hoping to reach that 9.9 range again this season. One thing that the coaches are really working with her on in this event is not muscling through her routine and more just letting it happen and using the momentum that she gets. Like I said, you can't try too hard to be perfect. You kind of just have to trust your training and trust that your body knows what to do. And she does a nice connection here. Handstand, Shapash. Now Shapash connected right into a bail to handstand. Very nice, right on top of the bar. She's winding up here for her double up dismount. Looking for a stick. Oh! think she was trying just a little too hard there. It's still a beautiful routine for the Gym Dogs. And here is Molly Jaswiakowski, and she does a unique soup full. It's not something that you see very often at all in the NCAA. It's actually a very difficult vault because you don't get quite as much momentum into it that you would from a round-off entry onto the board. And here's another look at Monica Riley's dismount. Chest was just a little low on that landing. Now, it's actually quite odd to see her not stick that dismount. I think that's actually the first time this season that she hasn't stuck it. All right, up next on bars is Madison Kopiak. Now, she is coming off a season high performance on the event with a 9.925, and she also earned the event title on Friday. They actually changed around her bar routine this year. So it's actually a new routine for her, one that she hasn't done yet in her college career. And I think it's working really, really well for her because she's been averaging above a 9.85 this season. Now she'll do a nice connection here, a piked Jaeger into a shoot over to the low bar. Nice handstand right on top of the bar. Very nice. Stuck landing. She actually stuck that every single time in warm-up, so she knows exactly where she is, and that was really feeling it today. And that was Stephanie Trevor on vault, I believe. That was another very, very unique vault with a 10.0 start value. And here's another look at Madison Kopiak's dismount. Again, feet are a little staggered and chest is a little bit low, but no movement on her feet. Very nice job by the junior. All right, coming up next on the bars for the Gym Dogs is Geneva Thompson. She is a sophomore from just down the road in Puyallup, Washington. She's been averaging about a 9.8 this season and scored a 9.8 on Friday, so she's been pretty consistent for the Gym Dogs, and they're hoping to get that mark or higher today. Geneva is a really fun gymnast to watch on every event. She's always dancing, always has a smile on her face, and always just comes ready to play no matter what event she's competing on. See, giving herself a pep talk up until she starts the event. Handstand right on top of the bar. Blind change connected into a straddle Jaeger. Nice, another beautiful handstand on top of the bar. Now that's the number one thing you should look for in college gymnastics. You know, the difference between good bar routines and great bar routines are gymnasts who can hit those handstands. And nice, oh, just a little bit hop on that dismount. But still, that was a beautiful routine. She hit every handstand. There was little deduction leading up to that dismount. So that should be a pretty strong score for the Gym Dogs. Here we have another look at her dismount. Just opened up a little too soon. So she landed with her shoulders a little too far forwards. Here we have another look at vault. It's nice Yurchenko full, little pikey, but strong vault. I believe that was Molly, or I believe that may have been a exhibition for the T-Birds. All right, one routine to go for the Gym Dogs is freshman Brenna Brooks. Now, they're actually playing around with the lineup a little bit today. She started off on bars on Friday, and actually the first skill in her routine she fell on, now then adding pressure to the lineup. But the Gym Dogs came back strong. They hit 5 for 5 after Brooks' fall. So I think it was actually a wise thing to put her last after 5 strong routines so far, so it takes the pressure off the freshman a little bit. Now, she is from Dallas, Texas, from very well-known gym, Woga. So she brings a lot of great experience, has some awesome coaching. And it'll be fun to see what when she comes out of her shell, how she'll be for the Huskies. She's got a really, really great connection here. Josh connected straight into clear hip handstand, into bail to handstand. She could be right on top of the bar and a little bit tighter on that, but still great set for the Gym Dogs. Giant full, connected into a double back. Strong routine to end the rotation for the Dogs. Here we have another look. A nice double back. A little bit of a hop, but good job for the freshman. Now that was an improvement for the Huskies on bars. They didn't have to count a fall. They didn't even have a fall in the rotation. So hopefully it'll be an improvement on their overall score on vaults, or excuse me, on bars. Now SUU on vault scored a 48.85. Now that's actually about where they've been this season. They've been averaging around a 48.8, 48.9. So I think they were hoping to improve that this week, but still a respectable performance. They were led by both Rachel Smith and Stephanie Trevert with a 9.8. Gym Dogs will be starting with Brenna Brooks on beam. She is a freshman in the leadoff position, which also comes with a lot of pressure. So for Coach Elise Ray Stouts to put her in that position really, really says something about how she is in practice, that they trust that she will be a confident person to put up there. Now, Brenna earned a 9.8 on the beam on Friday and has been averaging around a 9.8 this season. So she is pretty consistent on the event for the Gym Dogs, which is something that you want in this leadoff position to set the tone for the rest of the beam lineup. Starts here with a front toss, connected into a back handspring step out. She was a little bit off there, but kept her momentum going forward and was able to correct it. I love that she smiles throughout her beam routine. It really shows that she is calm on the beam. And here we have a front aerial connected into a beat jump. Nice solid full turn. Now all she has here is her leap series connected into her dismount. This is a unique connection. Switch leap into a single stag and gainer full. Very nice stuck landing. I'd like to see her feet just a little bit closer on that dismount when she lands. Now, it's okay to land with your feet apart. You just don't want to see it further than shoulder width. Now, here's her front toss to the back handspring step out. As you can see there, she was a little bit off, but I think she's going to get credit for that connection. She kept going, and the dismount again. Very nice. And now over to floor, we have Carly McLean. She scored a 9.875 on Friday to win the event. Very nice piked double back to start the routine. Nice leap series connected into dance. She has some slower choreography there, and it's probably strategically planned that way so that she can get some breaths in before her next tumbling pass. Front layout, front full. Very nice. Now, head coach Scotty Bauman said that he really loves Carly because she comes ready to go every single meet, which isn't something you always see out of a freshman. And her final tumbling pass, tucked double back. Very nice. No issues there. A great way to lead off the floor rotation. And now here we have senior Monica Riley in her third event of the night. Now, I think she is hoping to redeem herself this afternoon. She struggled on her series on Friday, so she's hoping to come back stronger today. Now, throughout her career at Washington, she has been in and out of the beam lineup, and this season she's actually been a consistent member of the beam team. So she's really worked her way into that all-around position. Much better. That is the skill that she fell on Friday, so I'm sure it feels good to stay on the beam today. Solid full turn. Split jump straddle quarter to fulfill her jump elements. Now, one thing you want to look for on the beam, very nice combination there, those split jump, standing layout step out to a beat jump. But one thing that you really want to look for on the beam is that the gymnast isn't standing and thinking too long before she does any of her elements on beam, because that is actually a deduction now. So we want to see good rhythm. We don't want to see too many pauses in the routine. And round off full and a half to a stuck landing. Now that's the kind of routine you want to have on your senior night. Here we have another look at the dismount. Nice tight body position in the air, and she opened at the perfect time to find that stick. Very nice job by Riley. All right, back over to the floor. We have sophomore Molly Jazwiakowski. She is from Kirkwood, Missouri. And the judges are on the floor right now actually talking about the last routine. So when the judges don't have the same start value or the score is more than 2/10 apart, they actually have to meet with the head judge and talk about why their score is different and then come to a final decision. So when that happens, it takes extra time, and you have to just stay calm, cool, and collected while you're waiting for the judges to get ready. And on the beam, Riley went 9.75, so that's a strong performance and an improvement from her beam score on Friday. Okay, here we go on floor. And then again, this is Molly Jazwiakowski. So first tumbling pass here. Double full to a punch front. That is a very difficult front twisting element. It's an E-level pass. Rudy, she clearly is a front twister. It's always interesting to see, different gymnasts and their different strategies on floor, whether they're front tumblers or they're back tumblers, and always just going with what your athlete can do best. Last tumbling pass here. And 2.5, quite a sizable hop out of that, but she stayed in bounds. It's a good routine for the T-Birds. Now, up next on beam for the Gym Dogs is Maya Washington. She is a junior from San Jose, California. Now, she tied her season high on Friday, earning a 9.825. Again, like I said on bars, she is a rock on beam. She's consistent. She's someone that you want early in your lineup because it helps set the tone for the gymnasts to follow. And one thing I really like about Maya on beam, which you'll see here, she has a lot of confidence. See, right off the bat, you can tell she's sharp, she's confident, you can tell she's ready to go. Opening here with her series. Very nice, nice and tall on that. I love how sure of herself she is on the beam. And switch side connected into a straddle jump. Good correction there. She was leading back just a little bit, but she knew to pull in. Nice full turn. She's really got a great rhythm on beam. And her dismount. Aerial to a tuck full. A little hop on the landing, but that was a great routine. I think she'll lose a little bit for the wobble on her leap series, and then the tiny hop, of course, on dismount, but solid routine. And here we have another look at that dismount. Side aerial connected into a layout full. Very nice job. And now jumping back over to floor, I believe we have Caitlin Koh. She is a freshman from Rosemead, California. Nice full in, landed just a little bit short, which is probably why she's got that 4-inch mat in there in the corner to protect her ankles, but still a very impressive pass to open with. Now you are allowed to have a mat in the corner. It's no deduction, so you'll see a lot of gymnasts who are trying to protect their ankles so that they can make it all the way through the long college gymnastics season. And it's better to be safe than sorry. Front layout, front full. Very nice, she dances right out of it. Setting up for her last pass here. And double pike. Very nice. Again, onto that 4-inch mat to protect those ankles. That was a strong routine for the T-Birds. She looks pleased with that. We have another look at her final tumbling pass. Very nice, difficult to end with a double pike. All right, back over to beam. We have senior Mallory Rose in her last performance in Heck Edmondson Pavilion. She is a specialist for the Gym Dogs, so this is the one and only event she does. Now, I love her mount. It's very unique, definitely a showstopper. She jumps right into the splits on the beam. Now, one thing that really makes Mallory stand out from the pack is she has beautiful extension on everything that she does, all the way down to her, oh no. Unfortunately, takes a fall there, very uncharacteristic for Mallory. And she will have to repeat that element because it is a part of her series on the beam. Much better. And like I was saying, her extension is absolutely beautiful. Her flexibility, she really shows off. This full turn. Beautiful leap combination, as you can see, well above 180 on those, so the judges have no question whether or not she hit 180, or at least they shouldn't. Cat leap connected into a side aerial, tuck full dismount. Small step. Not the way I imagined she wanted to do her last routine in Heck Ed, but still, she came back and finished up strong. Another look at her dismount. Nice small hop, or excuse me, small step. All right, jumping back over to floor. I believe this is Hannah Nip. Nice open double pike. Front handspring, front full, front layout, very nice. And that was a switch ring, just a little bit short of 180, but still beautiful leap pass. Setting up for her last pass here. And up back handspring double tuck, very nice. You can tell her coaches are very happy with that. Another good routine for the T-Birds. Up next on beam for the Gym Dogs is junior Madison Kopiak out of Calgary, Alberta. Now she is coming off a season, well, one of her season best performances on beam with a 9.875. She took the title on beam, and she really is a joy to watch on this event. Her style just flows on the beam. She's confident. She takes it one skill at a time. She really is a joy to watch. She jumps right up on the beam. her series here. Handspring layout, step up, finishes up nice and tall. Again, she's slightly off when she comes out of that, but because she pulls up so tall, she's able to correct it and pull right up on top of the beam. Cat leap connected into a switch half. She does her choreography down on the beam like that because the gymnasts are required to actually be sitting down on the beam. If they don't, it is a deduction. Very nice side aerial. Setting up for her dismount here. Now I imagine a lot of this is choreographed so that she can breathe and collect herself before her final element of the routine. Round off full and a half to a beautiful stuck landing. That's a great job. Way to come back from a fall before her in the lineup. And like I said, you always want someone in your lineup like that that's confident, that can come back and answer to a fall. So hopefully they can drop Mallory's score. And I believe this is Karen Gonzalez. She's a redshirt senior from Murrieta, California. Showing off her flexibility there in her choreography. Opening with a double tuck. Switch side into a popa. Second pass. Front layout, front full. Solid, no issues there. Her teammates doing her choreography along with her. That's what makes college gymnastics so much fun. You know, you are out there competing by yourself, but you really have your teammates by your side helping you through your routine. Finishing with a Rudy. A little wobbly on that landing, but minimal deduction. Nice routine for the senior. All right, here we have Michaela Nelson on the beam. She's a junior from Montgomery Village, Maryland. Michaela's also got beautiful lines. Starting here with her series. That's a handspring layout step out. Slightly off, but pulls it in. Nice solid full turn. Split jump to split 3/4. Nice combination there. It's nice to see Michaela in the beam lineup. Like I said, she is battling back from a meniscus surgery in the preseason. Split jump to a standing layout step out. Very difficult connection there. And ground off. Full and a half dismount. She holds on for a stick. And she might get a slight deduction for being a little bit off balance there. That was a beautiful routine for Nelson. I think we'll get another look here at her dismount, maybe. Here we have Madison Loomis on floor. She is a junior. Popa connected into a split full. Very nice. Opening with a double pike. A little bit short there. She needs to set up a little bit more and get some more rotation to fix that, but she pulled it off. Switch side to another shuttle full. You can tell she likes being out there and performing. Setting up for a second pass now. Another front layout to a front half. Last pass for Loomis, finishing with a double tuck. Much better than her double pike. Lands taller, less crunched on the ankles. She looks very happy with that routine. And now on beam we have Megan Rutan. She's a freshman, also from Calgary, Alberta, actually from the same gym as Madison Kopiak. Front aerial, back tuck connection. It's actually much better on Friday when she exhibitioned. She did not make that on her first attempt and had to repeat it, so that is an improvement. And she's a freshman. Coach Elise Reestats is giving her an opportunity to do an exhibition to prove that she can eventually earn her way or earn a spot on the lineup. Switch half to a beat jump, very nice. She could get closer to 180 on those leaps. Now, if I'm being a stickler and if the judges are being a stickler, they're gonna take a deduction on that. And side aerial, layout full to a stuck landing. That's a very, very nice job. Now that's the kind of performance you want to have when you're doing an exhibition, because you're proving to your coaches that you can get out there in front of a large crowd, in front of judges, and do a good job. Here we have another look at her dismount. And very nice, aerial full. All right, and that wraps up the third rotation for the afternoon. Now just to recap, the Southern Utah T-Bird scored a 49.1 on floor, which is just about a 10th lower than what they scored on Friday, but I think they did a nice job today. They put out some great routines. They're led by Karen Gonzalez with a 9.825. And now on the beam for the Gym Dogs, they did score a 48.075. Not exactly what they wanted, but still a strong performance on the beam, and they're looking to improve on that and go out with a bang on floor. All right, I'm going to sign off for a few minutes. Stay tuned. All right, before we go into our fourth and final rotation of the afternoon, let's recap the last rotation. I am going to give you guys a quick score update. UW got a 48.8 on beam, and Southern Utah with a 49.1 on the floor. Both teams lower than their performance on Friday, but that just shows a little bit of fatigue of 2 meets in 1 weekend, and this actually really good practice for them to get this in before they hit postseason and before they have to compete potentially 3 times in 1 weekend for regionals. Now for the lineup on floor for the Gym Dogs, we're going to open with Amara Cunningham, Monica Riley, followed by Michaela Nelson and Geneva Thompson. And then they're wrapping up the rotation with Maya Washington and Kristen Hoffa. Now on the beam for the T-Birds, they're going to start with Alyssa Ledoux, she's a sophomore, followed by Carly McLean, Hannah Nip, then Kara Gonzalez, Shylin Murakami, and they will finish off their day with Autumn Jorgensen in the anchor position. Now the Gym Dogs are ranked 23rd in the nation, and they're looking to improve on their 49.25 that they scored as a team on floor on Friday. Now one thing to note is they are changing up their lineup today. They're moving Amara Cunningham into the lead-off position and swapping in Michaela Nelson into the 3rd spot. Now the Gym Dogs are faced to really play around with all of their lineups this week after losing Ebony Roberson. Now first on the beam. Very beautiful mount, that really showing off her strength and control on that mount. That's not really something you see a lot of gymnasts do. Most gymnasts just want to get on the beam and play it safe. Back handspring layout, step out. A little correction there at the end. Switch leap to straddle quarter. Now she actually lands that switch leap with 2 feet instead of 1. Switch side. Full turn. I really like how she starts her turn prep in releve. The judges really look for releve throughout the entire beam routine. You don't want to be flat-footed, and now that's a side aerial to a layout full, becoming a more and more common dismount in the NCAA. All right, here we have freshman from Nyack, New York, Amara Cunningham on floor for the Gym Dogs. Like I said, they're playing around with their lineup, so on Friday she was 3rd on floor, and today they're putting her in the leadoff position, which is actually an interesting place to put her because she has such a difficult routine. I think UW coaches are just trying to start off with a bang in hopes of starting high on the score and then building off of her score. She opens with a big tumbling pass here. It's like step out to a tuck double back. I'll see she has a slight hop out of that because she's got so much power. Full and a half to a front pike. You can tell she was a little bit off on the punch there, but she knows where she is in the air and was able to correct it nicely. Nice leap combination. Mara has been really consistent this season, so really the leadoff position is a great place for her to be. You want someone like her that's going to hit every single time. Pike double back, beautiful, stands up nice and tall after that. Very nice job by the freshman. is her first tumbling pass. A little bit of a slide out of that. And a beautiful double pike to finish off the routine. And she scored a 9.825 on Friday. So I think that might be around the same score, maybe a little bit higher. And on beam, we have Carly McLean again. This is her fourth event of the night. She is SUU's only all-around competitor. Nice combination there, switch leap to straddle quarter. I'd like to see her legs just a little bit higher on that straddle jump, but still a solid connection. Back handspring layout, step out. Nice and confident and sharp out of that. Round off, full and a half dismount. She did move her feet a little bit on that. Now, if the judges are being sticklers, they are not going to count that as a stick. Let's see if we can get another look at that. She knows where she is in the air. Very nice job. And let me remind you guys, she is a freshman, and it's really hard to tell when she's out there on the competition floor because she's got so much confidence. All right. And in her final performance in Heck Edmondson Pavilion, we have senior Monica Riley. Now, she had her career high on Friday with a 9.85 on floor. This is by far her weakest event, so it felt really good for her to get a 9.85 on Friday. Very nice. Nice leap combination connected straight into her choreography. Round off, full and a half, front layout, very, very nice. And like I said, we're used to seeing Monica Riley on vault and bars, so seeing her every week this season on beam and floor is quite the accomplishment for the senior. She's refocusing for this final pass, taking a deep breath. Here's her final tumbling pass in Heck Edmondson Pavilion. And tucked double back, very nice job. Really, really great job by the senior. Here we have another look at her double pike, very nice. She lands with her chest up nice and tall on that. All right, over on the beam, we have Hannah Nip. She's a sophomore from Laguna Hills, California. Front aerial, just a little bit off on that. Back handspring layout, step out. She's got a nice lift on that back layout. It's not flat at all. It actually rises up, which is nice to see. Split jump connected to a split 3/4, very solid. And gainer layout full off the side of the beam to a stuck landing. Very, very nice job by Hannah Nip. Up next on the floor, we have Michaela Nelson. This is, I think, her first appearance on floor this season. one thing that's really fun to watch Michaela is she really has great, beautiful extension on floor. She's not a choppy gymnast. She really knows how to extend all the way through her fingertips. She uses her head when she dances, and then on top of that, she's a really great tumbler too. This is her third event of the night. First tumbling pass, double tuck, very nice, nice big set on that. Michaela really loves performing. Right handspring, layout to layout full. Beautiful switch ring. She really is an elegant gymnast. One more tumbling pass to go, finishing off with a double pike. Oh, just a little bit too much power there. Should have opened up just a little bit sooner. But still, considering that this is her first floor routine of the season, coming back from injury, not a bad job at all. Here's that first double tuck. Nice tight position in the air. And her second tumbling pass, layout full. Very nice. Here we have Karen Gonzalez, senior on beam. Well, she's another gymnast with beautiful lines and really shows them off on the beam. Beat jump connecting to layout step out. Pike handspring layout, step out. Again, a little bit off on that, but she knows where she is and knows that it just needs to stay tight to correct that. Split jump to straddle quarter. They're just setting up for her dismount here. Excuse me, cat leap front aerial. And front full. Just with a little step there, but overall that was a nice routine. Some balance checks, but solid job by the senior. All right, up next on the floor is lone sophomore, Geneva Thompson. Now, she is really fun to watch on this event. She loves to perform, she loves to dance. And her passion for the sport just oozes through her body when she performs on floor. Opening with a nice, nice double tuck. A little too much power there. You know, it's better to have too much power than not enough. You know, as a coach, I always, coaches like to look for that rather than landing short. It's better on the ankles. And Geneva is coming back from an injury last year. So front layout, front full. Very nice dances right out of it. Last tumbling pass. Front handspring. Rudy, still even a little bit too much power out of that tumbling pass. Very nice job by Thompson. You know, there's still some time left in the season, so getting those extra hops and that adrenaline out now is better than, you know, having these mistakes in the postseason. Nice to see she slides a little bit there, so that's going to be about half a tenth in deduction. Very unique mount by Shiloh Murakami. Very nice releve there. Into her series. Back handspring. Layout step out to a back handspring step out. Nice. That was a split jump into a sheep jump. That was a very difficult jump because the gymnast actually loses sight of the beam for a second. And her dismount, very nice aerial layout full to a duck landing. There are definitely some unique elements in that beam routine, which is really, really nice to see because it feels like more and more routines in the NCAA are just becoming, you know, a little cookie cutter with a lot of the same skills. So it's refreshing to see unique elements. All right, now over to the floor, we have junior Maya Washington. This is another fun routine. Maya, every single time she competes, cannot wait to go on floor. Maya matched her 9th career high on floor with a 9.9 on Friday. Very nice. I think that's something you can say about Maya on every event is she's consistent, she's confident, and you can really count on her. Front layout, front full, she really floats on those. Switch side to Popa. Very nice, gets a lot of height on her leaps and her jumps. Really pulling the crowd into her routine and finishing with a double pike, just a little hop out of that. And like I said, it's better to have too much power than not enough. That's going to be a good score for the Gym Dogs on the floor. We have another look at her double tuck. Very nice. And her final tumbling pass, double pike. Nice rotation, slides back just a little bit, but that would be about a half tenth to a tenth deduction there. All right, now we have Autumn Jorgensen on the beam for SUU. Back handspring layout, step out. Oh. A little off to the side there, but she knew what to do to save that and correct it. Switch leap to a straddle quarter. Her chest was a little bit forward on that, causing her to wobble. But again, she corrected it and pulled it off. Very nice punch front on the beam. Another skill you don't see very often, probably because it is such a difficult skill. It is a blind landing. A lot of gymnasts like to play it safe and compete skills they know they can hit almost every time they compete. Another nice combination there was a split jump connected to a standing back tuck. Catley into a gainer full. Small hop on the landing, but it was a strong team, a lot of unique elements in there, which I really like to see, and I wish more gymnasts did. All right, to finish off the night for the Huskies is Kristen Hoffa on floor. She scored her career high on Friday with a 9.925, debuting this first pass you're about to see. Sky high, full in. Kristen really is a tumbler. She has springs in her legs. Front layout, front fall, right into her dance. Very nice leap combination. Now Kristen's in her element on this event. Now this is a basketball themed floor routine, as you'll see right here. I love seeing unique choreography. Final pass for Kristen. And a tucked double back. Very nice. I don't know if that will be a 9.925, but that was a beautiful routine. She was a little bit off balance on that last pass, leaning back, but still great routine. The crowd is chanting 10. I don't know if it'll be a 10, but it was a great routine. I believe this is a exhibition for SUU on beam. Nice back handspring layout, step out. A little bit of a step out of that, but still solid. Solid leap series. Again, I'd like to see her legs a little bit higher in a full split and a full straddle. Into a front fold dismount with a slight hop on the landing. Very nice job. So just a quick update on some scores. Now, Maya Washington earned her career high tonight from that awesome floor routine we just saw. She scored a 9.925. And Kristen Hoffa just tied her, also scoring a 9.925, which ties what she scored on Friday. Overall, really strong performance for the Gym Dogs on floor, despite a little bit of a mishap off Michaela Nelson's last tumbling pass. They scored a 49.3. And Southern Utah on beam battled some little mistakes on the beam, no falls, but some wobbles here and there, and they scored a 48.925. And for the final team scores, in first place, Washington scored a 196.2. and Southern Utah a 196 even. Both teams scored lower than they did on Friday, and UW is a little bit below their average score the last 4 meets, but you have to keep in mind that they competed on Friday, turned around and competed again today, so there could be a little bit of fatigue in there. And like I said, this is really good practice for the postseason. Regionals and the national championship are both potentially 2 or 3 days of competition in a row. So getting this practice in is key, getting your body ready for that much. You know, competing in one weekend is huge. All right, and now in first on vault, actually a tie for first is Madison Kopiak from Washington with a 9.85 and Geneva Thompson also from Washington. And on bars in first place is Maya Washington with a 9.875 and Shylin Murakami from Southern Utah with also with a 9.875. On the beam in first place is Hannah Knipp from Southern Utah with a 9.875. And in second place, Madison Kopiak from Washington with a 9.825. On floor, we have a tie with Maya Washington and Kristen Hoffa, both from Washington, and both scoring a 9.925. And in the all-around, we have, let's see, it says Monica Relli with a 39.125, but I believe that Carly McLean also competed in the all-around, so I will get back to you with an update on the all-around score shortly. All right, thanks for tuning in this afternoon. It was a great meet between Washington and Southern Utah, and a great meet for the Washington seniors.
Here are the results of the competition on vault. Finishing in a two-way tie for first place with a score of 9.85 from the Washington Huskies, Geneva Thompson and Madison Kopiak. Next up, on bars, finishing in a two-way tie, each with a score of 9.875 from Southern Utah, Shylin Murakami. And from your Washington Huskies, Maya Washington. On the beam, finishing in first place with a score of 9.875 from Southern Utah, Hannah Knipp. And next up on the floor in a two-way tie for first place, each with a score of 9.925. Put your hands together from Washington, Kristen Hoffa and Maya Washington. And here is your all-around winner with a score overall, all-around of 39.15 from the Washington Huskies, Monica Relli. And ladies and gentlemen, here are the team results. Finishing in second place with a score of 190. Once again, gymnasts, please clear the floor for the senior ceremony. At this time, we'd like to recognize the senior men on foul. Aaron Ma, Mitchell Alesis, and Rushan Tukal. Let's go ahead and stop the applause one more time for the Cal men seniors. And now, at this time, we'd like to recognize the senior men from the Washington Huskies. Nathan Suchi and Benjamin Fisher. Let's give it up one more time for your Washington men seniors. And now, this time, we would like to recognize the seniors from the visiting Southern Utah Thunderbirds. From Murrieta, California, Karen Gonzalez. And from Yolo, Arizona, Cameron Mayer. Let's hear it for the Southern Utah seniors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Let's honor the seniors from your Washington Huskies.
Kristen Hoffa, you have not been dealt an easy road in your collegiate career, but there hasn't been one moment where you've given up. You've come back stronger and stronger every single time, and that is a testament to you. And you can see it throughout your gymnastics that you love this sport and you are just taking every single moment to enjoy your senior year, and it's incredible.
I can honestly say that every single day I've watched you make the best out of every moment, every situation, and enjoy it.
I've seen you do things that defy expectations, and you're an individual that doesn't allow no for an answer.
You just helped me find positives in every situation throughout my entire freshman year. I'm honored to be by your side to lead this team. You do such a good job of empowering the girls.
For you, I'm going to miss your sass and your swag that you bring to the team. Anytime we look at you before you're about to go, you know with 100% confidence that you're going to hit this routine. That fire in your eyes is something that this team will miss for you.
You've been through surgery after surgery, and nothing has stopped you, and nothing will stop you.
Kristen is one of Washington's captains this season and has been a crucial part of back-to-back NCAA nationals teams. Hoffa's flow routines have been exceptional her entire career. This includes earning the NCAA regional floor title last season, making her the first gym dog to earn a regional championship since 2012. This year, Hoffa's consistency has anchored Washington. She has earned scores of 9.85 or higher on floor in 9 of 10 meets, including a career high this past Friday with a 9.925. Hoffa has also been consistently in the line on ball, matching her career high of 9.85 earlier this season. Academically, Hoffa is on the Dean's list and earned Pac-12 All-Academic Honorable Mention honors in 2018. She will graduate with a degree in medical anthropology and global health. Kristen is known for her bright smile,
Monica, I love that you just love gymnastics and you come in here and you work hard every single day.
Monica, I've seen you have great success on the biggest stages in gymnastics, and that'll only bode well for you as you enter into the corporate world and dominate.
Monica, you're self-determined, you're gritty, you come in each day and just work, you give 100% each turn you take. That's great attributes to have as a teammate and will help you in your life.
Monica, you always keep me on my toes with planning and calendars and wanting to know what's next. It's so good for me. Thank you for that. You came in as this timid little freshman, and now you're confident and outspoken. And not only did you grow so much as a gymnast, but you have grown tremendously as a young woman, and it has been my pleasure to watch you do so.
You've really inspired me inside and outside of the gym because you're really, really smart.
You were the first person I noticed that talked to yourself and told yourself to do your bars and your gymnastics, and honestly, it was really inspiring. Really cool to just watch you go out there and do your thing every single time.
I'm not even making Monica and the awesome high five. She's super nice, super great. And awesome. Good luck in the future, Mom. You got it. No matter what gets thrown her way, she finds a way and she perseveres through.
I'm going to miss you so much, and I'm so excited for the things you're going to do in the future.
Monica Riley. Next senior Monica Riley has competed where every Washington individual knows. Even competing in the all-round multiple times this season. In particular, she has helped propel the Gym Dogs to success on bars over and over, earning 4 event titles last season as well as Pac-12 All-Second Team honors. Riley put up a score of 9.95 on bars last season. This year, Riley has Washington's highest average score on bars for the second consecutive year. In each of her last 6 meets, she has earned scores of 9.85 or higher, making it 18 times in her career that she has reached that mark. She has been a part of Washington's vault lineup all year, helping the team earn a 49.3 on that event at Boise State for its highest vault score since 2017. A business administration major in the Boston School of Business, Riley is on the dean's list and has one of the highest cumulative GPAs of any gym dog. She has twice earned Pac-12 All-Academic honors, including being named to the All-Academic First Team in 2018. Monica's grit and determination on anything she sets her mind to is the reason why she is so successful in the gym and in the classroom. She leads the Gym Dogs in her work ethic and drive. She is a proud Texan and is known for knowing every single line from the show Friends. Ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by her mom, Julie, dad, Brian, and sister, Brianna, here is Monica Riley.
Mallory, you are the definition of being clean. First time I came in here, you were throwing combinations that people don't do in college. They do it in the league.
Your beauty and grace on beam not only define who you are as a gymnast, but they define who you are as a person.
Mallory, you're such a joy to have in the gym. I really appreciate when you come up and talk to me about my family and just everyday life. I'm really going to miss our time together.
Mal Powell, you were a Washington gymnastics camper. You are one of the most amazing beam workers I have ever watched, I have ever coached. Thank you for always saying hello in the gym and being so thoughtful.
As a freshman, Mallory's somebody who I've looked up to ever since I got here. I've really seen her push through a lot of pain, and she's one of the hardest workers in the gym, and I'm really going to miss you when you're gone.
You are someone who we can always hear cheering, yelling, supporting your teammates from near and far. I think people could probably hear you from miles away.
Mallory is like the most graceful person when it comes to the balance beam. With the second she steps off, she's the clumsiest person I know. I don't see her do great things. She's so smart, she's so bright. Everything is so good.
I'm going to miss your beam queen aura that you bring to the team and the excellence you show both inside and outside the gym. I'm going to miss you next year.
Mallory Rose, our final senior. Mallory has been top goal collected for 4 years on beam, leading out Washington's 6 times she's been a part of a Gym Dog speed lineup that has earned a score of over 49.4. Her consistency on one of the gymnastics' most challenging events and her one-of-a-kind split mount have earned her national recognition.